Hello folks, it's Abfielder here and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. And today's tutorial is for a semi-AFKable Nether Wart farm. And I say semi-AFK because you will have to replant the Nether Wart manually in this farm. And the reason I've gone for semi-AFK, I know AFK designs do exist, and that's because you need a macro running. Not everyone wants to do that. And to be honest, how much Nether Wart do you actually need? Now the nice thing about this farm is it's actually really simple to build. Collection system underneath is just a single minecart going under the back of the platform. It's expandable, it's shrinkable. So yeah, you can kind of do what you want with this farm. There's a couple of design principles you'll need to follow with it, but it's really simple. And today I'm going to show you how to build this farm, which the platform is 11 wide. And the reason that the platform is 11 wide is to do with the sticky piston. And that's because you could go one extra block, but then it won't be symmetrical, which would really bug me. So yeah, if you want to go bigger than 11 blocks, you're going to need more than one sticky piston. So I'm at basically the maximum that I can have it. I've gone 4 high. You can expand it upwards if you wish. I recommend you always go up in 2s. That makes the farm easier. You can just follow this design and just stick as many platforms on as you want them without having to change anything. So yeah, this one's 4, but if you wanted, you could go 6, 8 or whatever. So fully expandable, really simple to build, minimal redstone. There's a redstone tower that you can just about see on the side of this clip that I'm on at the moment. But let's jump into the design, why I've made certain design decisions with this, and then we'll crack on with the tutorial. If you just want to jump straight into the tutorial for this, I'll put the timestamp down in the description. Okay, so the platforms are alternating in width. So this bottom platform is 4 and then it's a 3, 4, 3. Goes like that. So the reason the max width is 4 is that's because that's how far you can reach to plant up this nether wart without getting on the soul sand. And then the platform above, which is a 3, and that's just so our water can come down and force all the nether wart down to the back, ready for collection by the hopper rail cart, the minecart even. The trapdoors, if you're wondering about the trapdoors, I experimented with fences and trapdoors. And 2 reasons I use trapdoors. One, if you mess up for whatever reason you want to go into the farm, it's nice and simple. The second more important reason is because the nether wart gets really stuck on fence blocks, so that's useless. So I talked about the width of the farm and the fact that it's 11 wide, this platform, and that's down to the sticky piston. So to use minimal slime blocks here and to make it expandable, you have 9 slime blocks, and then the ends are wood blocks. The slime blocks will pull those along, and then underneath the slime blocks you just need an immovable block. So I've got leaves under there, and that just makes it all nice and simple to use. So let's go ahead and change the random tick speed to 10,000. That'll get this stuff growing massively quickly. It's normally set to 3. There we go, it's all growing. Let's set it back to 3 before I forget. And then, like I say, minimal redstone. So we just flick this lever, it goes up a redstone torch tower up to that piston at the top and retracts it. And then the water flows down. Now you will see one design limitation with this farm, that occasionally on that first burst of water on the platforms where it comes down at the front, occasionally the nether wart can just drop down in front, but it's pretty quick to collect. You also don't lose too much. Like half a stack is about the maximum I've seen from this size platform. So I mean, you're gonna have to run up and down to replant it anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Occasionally you'll see the nether wart stick for maybe 10 seconds or so at the front of the platform. It will get picked up every single time by the water stream and get forced to the back. Once it's there, just flick the lever, the piston will extract. I'm not sure what word I'm looking for there. Anyway, it'll cut off that water stream. You'll slowly see the water dissipate. Here we go. There we go. And there we go. There's a little bit of nether wart left at the end there. The minecart will pick that up at the end. Got a really simple collection system. I'm just going to speed it up. So you can see once the minecart is empty, then it will carry on collecting. It'll come back. There's a little comparator system there that will stop it until it's empty. And you'll end up with about 7.5 stacks from this size farm. So it's not bad at all. The one thing I did want to talk about is, I didn't realise, but with nether wart farms, if you use a fortune-free axe on them, then you can actually get more. And I'm just going to demonstrate that now. So I've given myself a diamond axe. I've enchanted it with fortune 3. I've done the game rule thing again and set that up to 10,000 so it all grows. And I'm just putting myself into survival mode because this does not work in creative mode. And yeah, so fortune 3, if you want to manually harvest this stuff, you absolutely can. And you'll just need to go along each platform. You can reach the end, like I say, because you can obviously plant it up like that. That's the whole point of this design, so you don't have to go on the soul sand. So we can just go ahead and do all this. I'm going to speed this up a little bit and then hit the water again. I've done everything I need to. I collected it all at the back. I'm just going to speed this up by taking it out, but it's not a problem. You've got 5 minutes till stuff despawns. So if you manually mine it, break it with a fortune 3 enchanted axe, you end up with, I think that's about it all, you end up with 11 stacks of Nether Wart as opposed to 7.5. So it's quite the improvement if you can be bothered to manually harvest this. I know I probably wouldn't, but I just wanted to demonstrate that that's a possibility, and you can still automatically collect it with the water, so it's worth considering. But anyway, let's jump into building this thing. You need a 18 by 9 area. You can obviously expand the width if you want. You could build modules back to back if you want, but for the farm today we're going to do 18 wide and 9 on the depth. So I'll just count that out. There you go, 18. Feel free to pause the video just to map this out. That's absolutely fine. Okay, let's crack on then and head over to the right hand side and then come on to your 4th block and knock out 2 blocks. You can place your chest in there, and then you want to knock out 2 more, 2 down, and place in 2 hoppers going into that chest. I'll just grab my hoppers here, and like I say, crouch place into the chest and then the second one into that hopper. Okay, like so, so everything filters in there. You need the 2 hoppers, you can't just come off that first hopper, you will break the collection system otherwise. Then off the hopper furthest away from the chest, knock out the 2 blocks and place in a comparator. Place in a solid block in front of the comparator, and then on the edge there, knock out 2 blocks and place a redstone torch against that block you've just placed in. Place another solid block above the torch, and then a repeater heading back towards the hoppers. And then finally a solid block, and that is what will power your rails. I have made a slight mistake here. Don't need a rail on that hopper, you need a block. So yeah, just move that out. Cool, and then we can start knocking out our extra blocks. And if we just go, and I'll just show you here, we have a normal piece of rail here, and that's important. We don't want the power from the hopper going all the way down the rail line. Okay, so from there we need to knock out 11 more blocks, and that'll be the width of our platform. And if you've been counting that along with me, that is 11 blocks. Somewhere along this line you will need to power it. If it's only 11 wide, you only need the 1 powered block, and I have used a redstone block, but you could use a lever or a redstone torch, just whatever you've got available. And then you can go ahead and stick your hopper minecart on there, and your collection system is basically done. So if I throw on 64 rails here, it'll pick them up. The comparator, it's actually detecting that there's something in the hopper, not in the minecart hopper. Once that hopper is empty, we should see it in a second. It's halfway through. I should have checked less items. This is silly. Why did I do 64 items? Should have checked 32. Once all 64 items are through the hopper, there we go. The comparator will detect it's empty, and then that circuit will repower up that block, and away the minecart goes. And now we can put in our first soul sand platform. So where your main section of powered rail starts, so skip the gap with the non-powered rail, we can then do 11 blocks of soul sand, and we want to come out 3 wide like so, and then we can just flip around the back here and cover up that minecart, so we have a 4 wide platform in total. Okay, then we can surround that with a building block of your choice. I'm using the warped planks, I think these are called. And we want to come out 2 wide with those, like so. Then in front of the soul sand, not like that, we can go ahead and place our trapdoors and then just lift them up like so, all the way across. Get your building block of choice again and then just wrap around this platform. All the way around the sides and all the way around the back. Now we want a 2 gap in between each platform. This is so you can get in and plant the Nether Wart. So on top of that one you just build, you want to go an extra 3 blocks. I'm doing 2 here just because that's nice and simple to reach, but I will go up 1 more in a second. So it'll be a total of 3 blocks high. And then on the 3rd block is where your 2nd platform will go. So at the moment 2 high. We want to go 1 more. There we go. Nice and simple. Nearly done. And nearly 3 high. And this forms the basis of the 2nd platform. So we'll go ahead, put these blocks in up here, and they will form the ceiling and they're the floor of the platform above. They also stop you accidentally jumping over those trapdoors, which can get really annoying. Alright, let's skip on up to the 2nd platform. And I mentioned this is an alternating design of 4-3-4-3 on the platform widths, and that's so you can get your water flowing exactly how you want it. So off the back, just 3 width on this platform all the way along. There we go, and then we want to do very similar to what we did on the platform below. It's going to be 3 high with the building block of choice. We're obviously going to have that gap in between the platform, but we'll have trapdoors there to stop you falling down. That's where the water will go down. There's a slight change on this platform at the back, so we'll just get this 3 high. Then off the back, the water is going to come down on this block, so we need to expand it by 1 so we can give the water room to come down like we have done on the fully built design over there. Just on the back, not on the sides. And then we need to make that all 3 high. And there we have it. We just need to place in the trapdoors, and we can go ahead and place in the 3rd layer. Okay, go ahead and place in with the building block of your choice, same as we did before. And like I said, alternating design, so the platform below was 3. So this one is a 4 wide platform, like so. And we will have a 1 block gap at the back of this one on the 3rd level. So I'll go ahead and fill in all those blocks now. So I've gone ahead and placed in all the trapdoors, and I'm just doing the 3 high wall, and you just follow the platform below for this 3rd one. That will be absolutely fine like that. And then it's on to the 4th and final platform. Okay, 3rd platform done. Pause if you need to, just to build this up. Then we go on to the 4th platform, and as I said, it's an alternating design of 4-3-4-3, so the top platform is going to be 3 wide because we want that water going down at the front. So skip that 1st block with your soul sand and make it 3 wide. I'll go ahead, place all these in very quickly. And at the back of this platform, we can go ahead and fill in the very corner blocks at each end, just 1 corner block with a block of wood, or your building block of choice, doesn't really matter. But just the corner blocks, okay? Okay, so grab your leaf blocks, can be anything as long as it doesn't stick to slime or doesn't move, and fill those in there. And you can go ahead and place your slime blocks on top. Should have 9 slime blocks, and then you can use a building block of your choice at the ends, and this makes it so you can expand it. So we're going to go ahead and place some temporary blocks on top of the center of our slime, so 3 temporary blocks, knock out 2 of them. Place a piston facing down, so there is a gap between that and the slime blocks, and that's because we'll expand it when we get round to that point. Okay, come off the back. We're going to need to come off the back by 1, so there's a gap in between your slime blocks and your building block of choice, and that's where your water is going to go. and you can just fill in the sides like I am doing now. Okay, so it should look like that when you're done. Grab your water, and these all need to be water source blocks. If you use 2 buckets, I think, or 2 or 3 buckets, you should be able to do that in survival mode. Just grab a lever and just show you what we will do with the piston here, and I'm just going to put it on the side. Don't worry about doing this, you don't have to. But when it comes down now, when you flick that lever, it will pull all those blocks up. Okay, you'll still need your trapdoors up here, so go ahead and place those in, like so. And basically, that is the farm done. We obviously need a ladder up the left, and we need to do the redstone torch. But yeah, you can see, you can flick that lever and just test it, and the water should flow down like it is here. And on the bottom platform, it should be pushing everything to the back of the farm, ready for collection. You just flick the lever again, and you'll see the water dissipate. Nice and simple. So yeah, all we've got left to do now is the redstone tower. Well, let's just block this up a bit further, because we need to bring that up to the height of the block above the piston. So we can go ahead and do that. So it'll be a little bit higher. The only thing I'll say with this layer is, because it's higher, if you were to do the roof at the same level at the front, it wouldn't stop you going over the trapdoors, and that gets really annoying. So you'll just want to bring the roof down at the front, so you've just got a too high gap, so you can't get over the trapdoors. There we go. So yeah, just bring your roof down here, because yeah, see what I mean? So while you're building this, you accidentally jump on those trapdoors, and that will happen when you place in the Nether Wart if you don't put in the roof like that. So that just stops it from happening. And I'm not going to do it, but you can obviously cover this roof up. Don't need to worry about light levels or anything like that. So let's skip on and do the torch tower. So firstly, where do you place the lever now? It would be quite nice there, but this happens. So don't place it next to your trapdoor, otherwise every time you turn the thing on and off, you'll end up with a problem. So you can move it out one like I've done there. Or if we just look, you can see I've done a slightly different placement on the original tower. So you can just punch out these blocks and just move it one away like so. Doesn't really matter, it's personal preference on this. You just gotta get the signal up there. So if you place a redstone torch on the back there, at the moment it's powered. If I flick the lever, that will unpower it. Again, it doesn't really matter which way you do, but then you just need to run a tower up the top like so. And as you can see, when you do a tower, the torches alternate. I'll just accidentally place that in there, into which one is powered. So that's how this signal gets up to the top. So we'll go ahead and place it all the way up like so. You can see they're alternating which one's powered. Now if you don't want a redstone torch on top there, you could come off to the side of that block I've placed in. So place a block level with the torch below and use a repeater, and then you'll have to bring your redstone up. It might look a little bit neater, but that's up to you. You can just follow this tutorial for how I've done it. Like I say, it's personal preference on this one. Alright, the next thing we need to do is run a signal from that torch over to our sticky piston. Now the power coming off that redstone torch is enough that we don't need to worry about repeaters. If you do expand this and have more pistons or whatever in, you'll probably just need to run a repeater off this. But yeah, if we just go ahead, you can see the redstone line is powered, and it will be powered all the way to there. We can knock out that lever now, we don't need it. And that, folks, is really that. So if I go ahead and flick this lever, see the torch alternated when I did that, and there we go, water is coming down, and if we flick it back the other way, it'll turn it off. So to be honest with you folks, that's kind of it. On the left hand side of the original tower, you can see I built a ladder, and that is how you get up and down that, so I can very quickly demonstrate that to you. But again, that's personal preference. You don't have to do that. You could have a staircase up if you wanted. You can do, whatever you wanted with this. You can put a glass front on it. You can make it very, very fancy. So yeah, there you have it, folks. That is kind of the end of the tutorial, apart from the ladder, which I'm just going to very quickly do now. If you enjoyed this video while I do the ladder, then please hit the like button. If you want to see more of my content, hit the subscribe button. I've done some tutorials on villager-based farms. I've also gone into the mechanics of villager-based farms and how big you should build those farms. They're kind of interesting if you're into that sort of thing with Minecraft. I also do a Let's Play series, which is a little bit more fun. And I'm trying to improve the quality of those videos. I'm very new to that kind of thing. So yeah, please hit those videos and subscribe. I'm also on Twitter, OutfielderMC. Outfielder Minecraft, obviously. And yeah, if you want to see news for new videos and stuff like that, I'll be posting those on there. I also stream on Twitch 2 or 3 nights a week. My schedule's over on my Twitch channel. And that's twitch.tv Outfielder. Links for all that kind of stuff will be in the subscription. But that's it, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Outfielder. Goodbye.